All right, hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Beast Coast. I got Wizzrobe with me today, and we're going to be talking about the most toxic characters in Smash history across every single game, or at least like mainline game, not including PM. And I thought Wizzrobe would be the perfect person to talk about because, I mean, you have a Smash Masters title, right?
Yeah.
And like, I would say out of all the Smash Masters, you definitely know 64 the most, and like you compete in at a top level. So I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot of Brawl and Smash 4 characters that are going to be on this list.
Yeah.
But it's always like, at least for me, always a question mark. I know Pikachu's the best, but I don't know exactly like how better Pikachu is, or if it's toxic, or how it really works for 64.
I think when it comes to most toxic characters, it can't be someone from 64 because like, yes, well, Pikachu's like the best. Right. It's not like he's like crazy better than the rest. Like the top 3 characters in 64, Pikachu, Kirby, and Falcon, they actually have like a triangle with each other. Like Falcon goes even with Pikachu, or some people might even say slightly wins, but it's basically even. And then Pikachu beats Kirby, Kirby beats Falcon. So it's like, even though Pikachu's the best, it's like by a small margin and like not in like some degenerate, toxic kind of way. He just slightly edges out the rest kind of thing.
Right. And I think for like, okay, and then I guess I can talk about Ultimate. For Ultimate, I don't really feel like there's a toxic character. I think the closest thing we have is potentially Steve, potentially Pyra/Mythra. Like Mythra might be so broken in neutral once players kind of like figure it out, it's like going to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get to that point. Steve, I'm kind of concerned because there's the planking thing where, you know, that's obviously a really big oversight from the dev team to be like, oh, well, if you drop from Legend, regrab it, they've made it clear that they don't want you to be able to plank over and over again, right? But Steve, you can anvil, you can block to regrab the ledge. So we might have to make a ledge grab limit like we did in previous other games, but we'll see. So I think those are potential, but I think there's a clear-cut top 4.
Yeah.
And we talked about this earlier just before recording the video, and I think it's going to be, there's going to be 2 different groups. There's going to be like, this feels degenerate, but there's counterplay, and then there's this feels degenerate plus there's no counterplay.
Yeah. So basically, like the ice climbers from Melee and Brawl, they're like extremely degenerate because obviously like they're not the best characters, so like they're not like unbeatable or anything, or like there's a lot of counterplay to them. But when they do take a stock, it's literally just a grab and then they kill you and you can't escape.
Right.
And so like most people might say like that's the most toxic because even though you can beat them, like the way in which they take stocks is just like extremely degenerate. So like Melee ice climbers, Brawl ice climbers, and then after that, it's Brawl Meta Knight and Smash 4 Bayo, because while they kill you in like a more normal-ish kind of way, it's still like they're so clear-cut the best that there's not a lot of counterplay, and it's extremely frustrating to fight when a character just like outclasses you completely.
Yeah, to the point where I think even Meta Knight got banned for a certain amount of time, right? It's so hard to say if I had to pick one or the other between Meta Knight. I feel like Brawl Ices and Melee Ices is pretty much 3 and 4, like interchangeable, right? Yeah. I don't play Melee competitively, but it's pretty much the same thing. Like you get grabbed once, you lose a stock, right?
Yeah.
So you're camping so hard because it's just like losing off of one interaction feels very shitty.
Yeah.
Like that's just never fun.
And they just right now Wobbling's banned in Melee again, so I know there's a lot of discussion about that, and right now it's banned in Melee.
Right. So I mean, whenever something's considered banned, Bayo was like considered banned, Meta Knight was considered and banned for a short period of time, then they brought him back.
Yeah.
The entire rule set was changed because of Meta Knight.
Yeah, like ledge grabs and stuff.
Yeah, there was a ledge grab limit now that's toxic. Like just ledge camping with Meta Knight, right?
Yeah.
We saw Mewtwo get a lot of money off of that, like, right? Like he definitely collected the bag off of that. Changed the game, like base rules too, right? Not even just stages and stuff. You got to put a ledge grab limit and all that stuff. Other characters could plank and brawl too, like Marth and stuff like that. But it was very prevalent with Meta Knight. And then Bayo ignored so many parts of the game. She could kill you. It was a Marvel character in a Smash game. Like at any point in time, like in neutral, you could die at 0. You could like get a hit and then like die at 0. You could be ledge trapping her. You could die at 0. It was pretty crazy. So it was just like extremely volatile, and those characters just had such strong general like win conditions that totally outweighed the other parts of the cast. And
it's like when you think of other characters that might be annoying, it's like nothing really comes close to, like I feel like those 4 are like the clear cut because you know, like Meta Knight and Bayo, they're super broken, and then the Ice Climber is just the way they kill you is just ridiculous. And most other characters, every character kind of has their annoying thing, but it's like those characters are like in their own class, I feel like.
Yeah.
number 5 you're thinking?
I was probably just thinking Steve, just because we potentially might have to put a ledge grab limit. We haven't seen any Steve like go super hard on planking or anything like that, but
Yeah.
we'll see if we have to or not. I generally think Ultimate is an extremely balanced game, so the toxicity of Smash 4 and Brawl, like those characters are, I feel like kind of like how you feel about 64. I just don't feel like Ultimate can get to that level.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Ultimate unless Steve, they can start implementing like the crazy planking or whatever.
Right. Once you got to start implementing like rules outside of like the in-game rules in Smash, that's usually a sign of toxicity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the talk. Thank you so much for joining me, sharing your knowledge. Obviously, you know a lot about all these different Smash games, so having your insight was really sick.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out Wizzrobe on all the social medias and all that stuff, and me as well. But yeah, until next time, this is Charles and Wizzrobe. We'll be signing out.